Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome back to Season 4 of Luminous Clan in ClanGen, the Warrior Cats clan generated game. When we left off in the previous episode, we actually had a very cozy day with the clan. Nothing dramatic happened, no ceremonies, no deaths, no aging up. It was just a nice day bonding and a nice day out in patrols. I think our cats kind of told stories under Tornfern, and then they had a really good time chatting with each other, came back to clan. Everything's looking good. So let's just dive straight into the leader's den to roll our dice to see how Fronstar is going to handle the next gathering. Okay, so we got a 7 on the D10, so 2, 4, 6, 8. That's Shade Clan, and we got a 3 on the D8, which is going to be offending Shade Clan. So there we go. Let's skip a moon and see what happens. Still no birth and death notices. When Fronstar reaches the meeting place with her gathering patrol, she discovers Shade Clan isn't present. Rumors on the border tell of a green cough outbreak, and Fronstar had all her insults ready too. Shade Clan relations unchanged. You know, I kind of love the fact that 3 moons in a row we have tried to offend someone, and all 3 times, for various reasons, the clans have just not been there at the gathering, so we haven't been able to, which is amazing. Magpie Heart spends the evening regaling the clan with stories of the witch hair, which is interesting. Everyone is in good health, which is also kind of nice. We don't have any injuries or anything like that to worry about, so we're going to have full patrols going out yet again. In terms of the medicine cat den, Magpie Heart gathered Bethany and Poppy this moon, which is good. So let's jump into relationships. Stonespeck notices that Daisyquake is fixing a damaged part of the camp without being asked. Mousepaw goes out of his way to help Stonespeck with something without being asked. Cloudfur overhears Lupine Claw educating clanmates about their fallen ancestors. Cloudfur and Mousepaw are assigned the same task, which is, I'm hoping, a good thing, because in the last episode, Mousepaw was being a little bit snarky towards his grandmother. Sunchill motivates Lupine Claw to do something difficult. Lupine Claw is wowed by how bravely Mousepaw fought the other day. Magpie Heart and Cloudfur accidentally startle one another. Magpie Heart caught Mousepaw rolling his eyes after Magpie Heart asked for help. When getting something to eat, Sunchill sees Cloudfur allow someone else to take her favorite prey. So Sunchill is seeing his mother, Cloudfur, in a good light. Sunchill learns about how Falcon struggles and is surprised how well he carries himself, and then he's bonding with his son, Hal Falcon. Actually, no, not his son. Sorry, this is not his son. I keep getting confused. Hal Falcon is Magpie Heart's son. My bad. But, you know, it's his cousin's son. Because Hal Falcon has that permanent injury to his leg, that permanent condition with his weakened leg. So it's kind of nice. Sunchill is learning something good about all the family members. Daisyquake thinks Sunchill is very polite. Daisyquake got a bunch of cats out for morning stretches. They didn't like it. Hal Falcon helps Daisyquake hide from a clanmate. When they return from a patrol, Tornfern and Fronstar seem more at peace with each other than usual. Okay, that is really good. Fronstar already got a loyalist in the last episode with her mate Daisyquake, and now she's been spending more time going on a patrol with his sister Tornfern, so, you know, it might be good for her to get those siblings on her side. Tornfern notices that Hal Falcon is never congratulated for his accomplishments as much as everyone else. And funny thing, this is something that she noticed back in Season 3 when she used to mentor Hal Falcon. Because of his, bloodthirsty tendencies, the clan leader at the time did not like Hal Falcon, was even considering not letting him graduate. And a lot of the clan cats are very critical of him and what they kind of perceived as a danger to their peaceful way of life. But Tornfern, you know, who became a friend of his or saw him as a friend of hers, she was consistently trying to reassure him and guide him to a better path, which is how he has ended up becoming, I feel like, such a good member of the clan at this point in time. Fronstar and Lupine Claw spend a few minutes complimenting one another. Okay, this is also a good change. So Fronstar and her deputy are getting along with each other. when I think an episode or two ago, I'm pretty sure they were not. So I'm glad for Fronstar. Now that she has that security from her mate Daisy Quake, she, I think, is easing into her relationship with the other cats as well. Maybe she's getting anxious like less often and willing to, take risks to make those connections. Fronstar, Sunchill, and Halfalcon had a nice talk while eating. Fronstar thinks that Tornfern looks nice today, and she's getting more comfortable with her mate's sister. Halfalcon sees Mousepaw be kind to one of Halfalcon's friends, and a clanmate accuses Mousepaw of copying one of Stonespeck's jokes. And that's all we have for events, so let me cut the recording here and we'll continue with the cat list. Okay, we are continuing with the cat list. In terms of loyalties, nothing has changed. So Fronstar, yes, has been making effort with the others, but so far, no one except for Daisy Quake has, turned over to her side just yet. Let's go to Central and do our mediation for the day between these two. How do they feel? Okay, look at that. Look at that. They are definitely, I think the encouragement that Fronstar has been getting from Daisy Quake and just generally in politics, her life becoming easier and her becoming more confident with dealing with the other cats has suddenly made her want to shower all this love upon Daisy Quake. And similarly, on his end, he's very proud of Fronstar. So it makes sense, right, that we have platonic like, trust, respect, comfort, romantic interest all increasing, and dislike and jealousy decreasing. So I'm really happy for them. Really happy for them. Now let's see what everyone's doing for the day. Fronstar cowers in her nest during a particularly rough storm. Lupine Claw is lying in the center of camp. Magpie Heart is humming a tune he heard near a two-leg place. Sunchill wonders if being a warrior would have been more fun. I mean, Sunchill, you were a warrior for a large part of your life. And I'm wondering if maybe Sunchill, now that he is in politics, and I think he has entered politics a few times before, but, leadership has been turbulent, so he's only come in for a few moons before going away again. It's never been a permanent sort of thing for him, but very much it's looking like it is going to be a permanent part of his role. And I think now that the realization is setting in, he's thinking about how free he was in general as a warrior and how fun life was. So maybe that's what the reflection here is. Daisy Quake cowers in his nest during a particularly rough storm. Oh my goodness, this means Daisy Quake and Fronstar are actually in a nest together, cowering from the storm and comforting each other. That is so cute! Tornfern can't wait to take a nap later. Halfalcon wants to train, of course he does. Mousepaw worries about the lack of prey Leafbear will bring. That is very astute of you, Mousepaw. I mean, food has been really good for us, but we have had problems, in the past. So I'm glad that Mousepaw, he seems like a very realistic cat. Ever since he was young. Maybe it's that interest in oddities, but he thinks about things no one else his age does. Like, I don't think a lot of other apprentices would worry too much about, the coming season and lack of food, but that's definitely something Mousepaw thinks about. It's a very realistic cat. Stonespeck is snoring loudly in his sleep, and Cloudfur chats with Magpie Heart about what it's like to be a medicine cat. And that's all we have for the cat list, so let me cut the recording here and then we'll continue with patrols. Okay, our prey has been dipping a little bit low. Not bad enough that we're gonna have to worry at this point, because we currently have 39.5 prey. We need 23.5, so we are gonna be comfortable for the next moon. But yes, our young purple purple geode apprentice is already worrying about that. Let's send out the medicine cat first though, and then we'll have a patrol of 6 going out. Magpie Heart is always amused by the plantain's enduring cheerfulness in the face of being trodden on, and it's nice that the plants grow with such enthusiasm right to the end of leaf fall. Proceed. Plantain isn't one of the plants that turns red and dies off in Leafbear. Its leaves are vibrantly green in Magpie Heart's mouth as he carries them home through a territory growing less and less green as leaf fall wears on. He also stops off for some mullein, easily spotted from afar by its ridiculous shape. So mullein and plantain were gathered, and now we have a patrol of 6 with a Mousepaw, Halfalcon, Tornfern, Daisy Quake, Lupine Claw, and Fronstar. So let's see what they get up to. It starts snowing soon after the patrol sets out, trying to bring back something for the fresh kill pile. Proceed. The prey must be hiding. The patrol catches nothing. As a snowstorm descends and visibility drops, the patrol clumps together in a mountain cave, their pelts and tails and legs all tightly wrapped into one indistinguishable kitty cat ball. Still, when they return to camp, Lupine Claw is cold and chilled. Lupine Claw got shivering, which is not good. I feel really bad that she's like facing the brunt of a lot of these incidents that are happening on patrol. First getting, buried by the rubble, and now shivering. Snowstorms, as we have discovered in the past season, are very dangerous for our cats. We can lose cats and get really bad injuries from them. We never had this problem in previous seasons, but from the last season, every season has shown its own problems, to be honest. Season 2, I'm pretty sure, was the season where we were just like dying from rogue attacks, like rogue ambushes. And then Season 3 was dying from wars and from like these snowstorms during the hunts. So I'm very curious to see what sort of problem our cats are going to face in peacetime. But Lupine Claw, shivering. If that doesn't get treated, or if she doesn't manage to, overcome it, that shivering can result in, I'm pretty sure, some like dangerous situations, because I am fairly certain I've had cats actually die from shivering that becomes a bit too severe. But okay, so far everyone seems to be doing pretty well. Thankfully, Mousepaw, was protected during that storm and nothing bad happened to him. But okay guys, with that said and done, I'm gonna leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.